Welcome to the Feel Good 5 quick tips, tools, and strategies to help you feel good more of the time. One of the most common reasons why we don't feel good is because we're just awful to ourselves. Maybe not you. You might be one of the few people in the world who has a healthy level of self-respect and self-love. But I'll speak for myself here and tell you that throughout most of my life, I was so mean and nasty to myself. My self-talk was always negative. I had horrible self-esteem and pretty much zero self-worth. And as a result, I treated myself really bad. I ignored my own needs so that I could take care of everyone else's needs. And God forbid, if I made a mistake or failed at something I tried to do, I would call myself names and beat myself up so that I ended up feeling even worse. Luckily, I've turned all of that around for the most part, and one of the ways I first started to turn it around was by doing nice things for myself. And that's what I want to encourage you to do today, especially if you rarely or never do this. Think about the way you treat people you care about. Do you ever do nice things for them? Even just spontaneously, like buying something for a friend just because you stumbled across it and you know she'll love it. Or offering to help them with something they've got coming up. Just showing your support and care through small actions. You probably do that without even thinking much about it, right? Well, are you also doing that for yourself? Again, you might be one of the rare few who is, and if so, you probably won't need today's tips. But I'm really talking here to the ones who treat themselves like I used to treat myself. Like a doormat, like a punching bag, like the most worthless person on the planet. It's time to stop doing that to yourself. You deserve so much better. So what can you do today to start treating yourself better? How about treating yourself in some small way? Buy yourself a little something that you can use right now. It can be something practical or a bit of a luxury, but make it something meaningful, not just buying something for the sake of spending the money. Put some thought into it. What kind of gift usually means the most to you when you receive it from someone else? Put that same level of attention and care into whatever you give to yourself. Or how about buying a beautiful card? Yes, on actual stationery, and then write a message of love and encouragement on it and mail it to yourself. Or if you prefer the electronic equivalent, you could just maybe set up a few encouraging reminders for the upcoming week so that they pop up on your phone or tablet at a set time. And again, make these messages meaningful, something that you think you'll need to hear on that day. You could also start paying more attention to your needs and being more proactive about filling those needs more often. For example, rather than keep pushing yourself harder and harder every day, maybe one day you could take note of how tired you are and actually give yourself permission to rest for a little while. And sometimes that's not possible in the moment, but do the best you can to at least acknowledge your needs and take care of them when you can. Oh, and don't beat yourself up for even having needs in the first place. I used to get so mad at myself for being tired or burned out, or even when I got sick and needed to rest, I viewed it as a sign of weakness or something. It was ridiculous. We're all human and we all have needs, whether mental, emotional, or physical needs. And there's nothing wrong with that. So go a little easier on yourself, okay? Or speaking of easier, how about doing something today that will make your life easier tomorrow? For example, if you know that tomorrow is going to be a super busy day, but you actually have a little spare time today, you could cook an extra meal so that you can just reheat it tomorrow. Or you could gather everything you need for your big presentation tomorrow so that you'll be organized and prepared instead of rushing around at the last minute. Just think ahead to the next few days and think about small things you can do ahead of time to make it easier and less stressful for yourself later. Another nice gift you can give to yourself anytime is what I call a timeout or a reset. And that means drop everything and just breathe. Sit quietly and take 5 or 10 deep, slow breaths. Stop all of the doing, going, rushing, hustling and bustling, and just be for a few minutes. That might not seem like such a great gift, but let me tell you, it's life-changing. Especially when you're really busy and you've got a million things to do, you really need those few minutes to breathe and center yourself. When you do this for 5 minutes, or even 3 minutes if that's all you've got, you'll notice that you feel much calmer and more focused, which is going to make the next few hours less hectic and more productive no matter what you're doing. Another great thing you can do for yourself that will make you feel really good, start appreciating yourself. If you're in the habit of beating up on yourself or obsessing over your flaws, imagine what a difference it can make to actually start acknowledging everything that's right and good about you. In fact, keep a running list of things you appreciate about yourself and keep adding to it daily. It can be really small things like I appreciate my sense of humor. Or it can be confidence boosters like I'm really proud of myself for how I handled that difficult customer. Trust me, the more you do this, the better you're going to feel. And it's not an ego thing. It's much more about acknowledgement, praise, and positive reinforcement and how that'll boost you up and make you feel good about yourself. And that will benefit not only you, but everyone around you too. You'll be nicer and more helpful to everyone else when you already feel good about yourself. So there's a few good ideas to get you started, but you don't have to stop there. Just think about things that will help you feel better, less stressed, more supported, more loved, just happier in some way, and do those things when you can. At least once a day would be great, but more is always better. Thanks for joining us for the Feel Good 5 today. For more Feel Good inspiration, come hang out with us at the Feel Good Club at feelgoodclub.info. That's feelgoodclub.info. This is Wendy with the Feel Good Club and Wings for the Heart, and I'm wishing you an endless flow of blessings and gifts from yourself and others.